high-rise buildings, historical and traditional architecture, as well as the fascinating history. These are the things that pop into my head when we picture Shanghai.
The old and the new architecture along the Bund is definitely the symbol of Shanghai. But being one of the largest cities in China, it has a lot more to offer. I have to say, its sumptuous and hearty dishes are also worth our attention.
Traditional Shanghai cuisine is best described as comfort food. And one of the classic dishes that the Shanghainese love is this Shanghai-style crispy eel. It's light and crunchy, making it the perfect appetizer. But this eel-looking dish here is very special. You've got to try to see why. It's actually dried mushrooms. The dried mushrooms are deep-fried until crispy before adding the sweet and sour sauce on top. Isn't it such a good surprise?
Joyce, what I admire about Chinese cuisine is not only does it have a reputation of being delicious, it is also considered an art form in its own right. Whether it's stir-frying or braising, there is always at least one cooking method that would strike your fancy.
Exactly, and out of all the cooking methods, the method that I find most fascinating is the master chef's unbelievable knife skills. Cutting with an all-purpose Chinese chef's knife is one of the most important skills to master in cooking Chinese food. And this water bamboo is definitely one of a kind.
The water bamboo is being cut as thin as noodles before it is braised in broth. If you didn't tell me that, I thought it's just a bowl of noodle in broth. The sea and rivers have a prominent role in Shanghai's history. They're equally important in shaping the seafood-based Shanghai cuisine.
Shanghainese chefs like to deep fry the marble gobi and then serve it with soya sauce on the side. But here, the chef decides to steam the marble gobi fish to retain the freshness of the meat. And on top of that, the chef added homemade crispy beans for that extra flavor.
Chinese chefs are meticulous about food preparation. Be it a veggie dish or a meat dish, they always try to make it look as good as it tastes. Take this dish as an example. The chicken drumstick look-like meat roll is made with 12 different fresh ingredients. Chef Chen first deep fried it until it is crispy on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside. Perfect timing is all it takes. Cooking is all about innovation and creativity. By putting ordinary ingredients like chicken and shrimp together, Chef Chen created a dish that brings a pleasant surprise for the palate. He first deep-fried the seasoned mashed shrimp along with the whole chicken skin until it is crispy and crunchy. Then he reshaped it into the form of a chicken. It is a dish that you definitely don't want to miss out. Joyce, let me share something interesting to you. Well, I do know one of the most important things about Shanghai and Jiangnan eating culture is to always join in a toast to show your respect to the people that you dine with.
Okay, so let's toast.
Cheers!
Cheers! We as human beings are always on a path for self-improvement, whether it be achieving a career goal or working on a body transformation or doing some good and contributing to the community. There are so many different ways to be the best version of ourselves. And sometimes even the smallest action in our everyday lives can make a difference.
Well, most people in Hong Kong breathe in a way which needs a lot of improvement. So they breathe in a way which actually triggers or makes their stress, their pain, their anxiety worse. So most people, what they do is they breathe vertically. So they expand and they use their shoulders and these kind of muscles to breathe instead of using the diaphragm to breathe.
Did you know the way we breathe can affect our well-being? Trained directly under the world record holder Wim Hof, Breathwork coach Brian's take on holistic health will surely bring in new insights into your health journey.
Hi Brian, let's start off with describing breathwork in a nutshell.
Okay, so what breathwork is all about, it's about the art and science of how we breathe. And when we begin to tune in to our breathing and begin to make conscious changes with our breathing, we can begin to make impacts and changes within our mind-body system on a physical, emotional, and mental level.
So what is good breathing and bad breathing?
What bad breathing is and what good breathing is. So good breathing is breathing in through the nose, nice and gentle breaths in through the nose, and you want to breathe all the way down towards the bottom part of our lungs so that our belly begins to expand and pop out when we breathe in. Bad breathing, which is what most people do, is when they generally breathe shallow breathing. Could be through their nose or through their mouth, but they breathe very shallow into the upper part of their lungs. And because there's less oxygen there, they need to breathe a lot less and a lot faster. First thing we should all do is firstly be conscious of how we breathe and really try to make sure we breathe through the nose, because the nose acts as a filter and cleans our air, and also make sure we're breathing into the diaphragm, into the belly area. Okay, because that's where our calming system is. So when we breathe down there, we begin to be nice and calm.
Are there some basic exercises?
Yeah, there's actually plenty of breathing exercises. Every culture has their own breathing exercises. So yeah, we can do some that Navy SEALs use, military use, and athletes use to de-stress and calm themselves. Or we can also even do ones that help you influence your immune system as well. So ranges are like a wide range.
So after achieving all the basic breathing practices, how could we up the game level?
Well, what we can do is we can start to do more advanced breathing techniques. So we can move on to those things, and then we can even begin to test our resilience to stress that we build up through the breathing. And we can go into something like an ice bath and do some cold exposure, cold therapy, and learn to really have a different response to it, a calming response to it.
That sounds really exciting and scary at the same time.
Well, let's give it a go.
Okay.
Calmer? Yeah. Okay. All the way in, all the way in. Just one like a band-aid. Slow down. And maybe you feel like you need to get out, just get out. Good.
So cold.
Do you need more? Second time?
So I thought it was gonna be really cold, and it is super cold, but it's something that I can actually stand for a short period of time.
Could you tell us more about the ice bath experience?
So what the ice bath is there's a lot of physical benefits to going to the ice. Things like cold thermogenesis helps anti-inflammatory, it helps release cold shock proteins, all these kind of cool things that get released into the body during the ice bath. But what I use it for personally, and what a lot of other people use it for, is really learning to override that fear response when you think about the cold or ice, and it helps cultivate like a stronger mindset. Well, it originated from something called Tibetan Tummo meditation, T-U-M-M-O. So that's where Wim Hof kind of got this inspiration from, and it came from the Tibetan monks that would basically do this form of breathing to basically keep warm, to generate heat inside their body, so because they live in really high altitudes where it's really cold. So it allowed them to really survive, basically.
But is this ice bath experience suitable for everyone?
Not necessarily an ice bath experience will be suitable for everyone, but I would say cold exposure is suitable for pretty much everyone. So you can take it gradually. It doesn't have to be an ice bath. You can, for example, just start with a cold shower, and then from a cold shower, you can do an ice bath that's just for a partial part of your body. And then at the end, you can lead up to a full body ice bath, so a full immersion right up to the neck.
Personally speaking, I'm someone who's very afraid of the cold. That's why I was especially nervous just before I went into the ice. But after listening to Brian's instructions, I realized that through breathing properly, you can actually find a way to relax even in this very stressful and cold environment. And when I came out of the ice, I actually felt really good from inside out. Apparently it's because the whole exercise helps you release happy hormones.
After the break, sit down with Helen Ma and explore what comprises an entrepreneurial spirit. see how to meet challenges with confidence. And relish late evening gathering with a Spanish flair. Enjoy small plates of tantalizing bites prepared by Chef Antonio.
Inspiration can come from anywhere, but how do you turn that creative spark into something real? That takes a lot of hard work and dedication. To find out the secrets to success, I'm meeting up with one of my favorite person to talk about what empowers her and what it takes to be successful in today's business world. Best known for her sense of style and her love of beauty, Helen aimed to establish her career in a luxury fashion house when she was young, but eventually ended up in the beauty industry. After years of success in the beauty field, the mother of one has landed herself as the president and founding partner of a lifestyle marketing company, specializing in providing high-end food and beverage catering service in Hong Kong. First of all, what is your work philosophy?
I guess passion is what you need. You have to be good about yourself, and I guess working attitude is to be serious and aggressive, have demands on yourself, and hardworking is a must and plus.
From working in the beauty industry to starting up your business in the food and beverage industry, so how did that transition change your work direction?
To be honest, I've never really started my business in catering or in F&B industry just because of one single reason, that I have a very good partner. Our company has developed for 17 years now, and it was open back in 2003. Back then, the catering business is actually quite new in the business. So it's not in a trend yet, or it's not people necessarily actually need your service. Actually, there's not much event at that moment, so they don't need your service. So at one point that we were thinking about giving up, and years and years, and then by the time around, I think the company has arrived entering into 8 to 10 years, and then the business starting to be more stable, and that's where all the luxury brands need our service and doing events, all kinds of events, big and small. So that's where we get started. So more and more that I involve, engage to the business, and learning every day, listening to all kinds of things in the kitchen every day. And at the end, finally, you slowly realize that you're already in the business, involved in the business a lot. So that's where I started to feel myself in the business.
If there's one thing that determines success and failure, it's gonna be how you master the art of working well with others. Balancing personal success with group success is crucial when it comes to building a successful business. And for Helen, she is a firm believer in the phrase, teamwork makes the dream work. How did you build up your team that has helped you to achieve at where you are today?
You have to acknowledge a lot of communications, and always be nice and be kind to people working around you at all levels, to create a relaxing and happy moment to work with is very important.
What was the biggest hurdle you had to overcome while you starting up your business?
There's a lot of challenging moment, and things just came so sudden. There's no decision making, or we don't even have time to think about how to solve the problem. So we just, if there is one chance to survive, we just make the decision quickly, whether we don't see where it goes. I guess we can't give up, keep trying, so that's what it makes us where we are today.
Any upcoming projects that is exciting?
We have started our online business for half a year now. Apart from that, there is another exciting project coming up, which we are going to collaborate with a global luxury department store, which we are going to offer our specialties directly to our clients, and which we are really looking forward to it.
Can you give us your advice for aspiring food entrepreneurs in a few words?
Make beliefs and go forward. Right timing and grab the chance. Keep trying and don't give up.
Running a business sure takes a lot of time and effort, and you will never know the outcome unless you do it. What inspired me the most from the talk with Helen is her go-getter and can-do attitude. So if you want to do something and you have a goal, just go for it.
Hanging out with friends over some good food is undoubtedly a great way to chill. I do like catching up with my besties over a glass of fine wine or some extraordinary cocktails once in a while.
Oh, me too. But besides a nice choice of beverage, bar snacks also play a significant role in elevating the whole experience.
Tapas food culture in Spain, in different regions, they have different tapas. But the most important for us is to, when out, have some drinks and socialize with your friends or your family. Have these small bites that are brought different ingredients from different regions. Ajo blanco is one of our classic tapa. The people used to do it in the south of Spain for a long time. This soup came from the Arab people, and it's something very common in summer time. The soup is made with almonds, with olive oil, as well like bread. It's so simple, but it's so refreshing. And all these ingredients are brought from different people. For example, the Phoenicians, they brought to us the olive oil. The Arab people as well, they brought the almonds. And nobody knows exactly from where it comes from, but it's something that we have in our blood. So one of my favorite tapas in the menu right now is the carabineros al ajillo. It's a traditional tapa. And we use a super premium prawn from south of Spain, from Huelva. And it's a traditional tapa. We just do it in a little bit twist. We smoke it in our just square oven, and after we drop it in a garlic oil that we make with the prawn heads.
We all know Spaniards have a love affair with seafood, but pork is also one of their favorites. This Spanish-style suckling pig is first slow-cooked for 24 hours, then roasted until the skin is crispy and the meat is tender and juicy.
Hey Joyce, I don't usually go out for drinks, but when I do go for happy hour with my friends, I like to order something that's bubbly, like a Prosecco or sparkling wine. And to go with it, you have to pick something that's complimentary, like some savory food items. I like to order fried squid because it's so tasty and it's easy to eat.
Speaking of drinking snacks, I really like the Spanish tapas culture. Everything is bite-sized, and you just get so much variety in one meal. Speaking of that, we just had the Spanish red prawn. Isn't it just so flavorful? The prawn flavor is just so distinct and robust.
Croquetas is a common dish that you can find in Spain everywhere. And different region has different recipe, but it's not about region, it's more about the person. Like every mother in Spain, every mama, they have a different recipe, okay? We use it as well a lot to use the leftover to make the croquetas. So normally all the leftover, they just stream in, they just chop it, and then they add it in a creamy bechamel to do the croquetas.
When it comes to dessert, Spanish churro is a great choice for indulgence. The Spanish signature burnt cheesecake is a crowd pleaser too. With a crusty top and creamy center, the cheesecake is a glorious wrap for the meal. Tapas food is more than just some drinking snacks, it is a crucial part of the Spanish food culture. That's all the time we have for this week's episode. If you want to find out more about what we have introduced, remember to log on to our website. How do you live your best life? It is a question that everyone wants to know the answer to. In the coming weeks, we will continue to find ways to live life to the fullest. If you wish to make every day more interesting, savor the best taste of the season, kickstart a healthier lifestyle, see the world from a different perspective, or find out ways to look gorgeous, we've got you covered. Join us again next time to have a good time.